Big mistake. Chelsy Devy slams Harry for ruining her private life through his testimony at MGN court. Recently, after a long time being dragged into unrelated troubles by Harry, Chelsy Devy has criticized Harry and said that he's trying to destroy her life even though they've been apart for more than a decade. She considers Harry to be the biggest mistake of her whole life. Prince Harry is back in London, waging a savage war of his own, but it's well and truly backfired for one truly depressing reason. This week, with Meghan's other half, Prince Harry, back in London to wage a brutal war of his own, it's women who are paying the higher price yet again. His chosen battlefield, the Rolls building of the British High Court. On one side is H, a duke who's busy trying, through the sheer force of his legal firepower, to bring about a reckoning for the alleged sins of the British media in the 90s and aughties. On the other, the MGN, who appear to have spared no cost trying to fend off the Duke's litigious advances. By the time that Harry had left the witness box, having been buffeted by 6 hours of cross-examination by a barrister who looks like a mild-mannered Volvo driver and whose nickname is The Beast, he was reportedly holding back tears and said, "It's a lot. But the person I feel sorriest for, the person whose feelings right now no one has bothered to waste any column inches or TV talking head punditry time on, is his ex-girlfriend Chelsy Devy. After 12 long years of relative anonymity and normalcy, of just getting on with her life, Davy's name, through no volition of her own, has gone from ancient history to being splashed all over what would nearly have to be every newspaper, every news site, and every TV channel in the world. Devy might not have wed her princely boyfriend back then, but her former association with him is still seeing her bear the cost. It has now been more than a decade since things ended between Devy, a Zimbabwean lawyer, and Harry after 7 years together. The Duke told the court that the main factor in why they decided to end their relationship was that Chelsy had no interest in being involved in public life. She found the press intrusion as difficult. Elsewhere, as a friend has told The Telegraph, quote, she wanted to crack on with her own life and ambitions, and she realized that with Harry, she wasn't going to be able to do that. Since then, Devy has very clearly only wanted to fade from view, having decided she had no interest in parlaying her fame into a stint hosting a mid-morning TV show or putting out a limp skincare range. Devy instead has traded a high-pressured Golden Circle law job to start a business, a jewelry brand called Aya, married hotelier Sam Cutmore-Scott, and had a son named Leo just last year. Such is her desire to live under the radar, former friends don't even know when exactly she got married. The now 37-year-old has done very, very little to court attention since then, aside from a pre-pandemic interview with Tatler to promote her business. "I'm very happy with where I am right now," Devy said at the time, with the piece reporting that Chelsy does concede that she's pleased with the direction of her own path and what that path has taken her in life, which has been a little bit more low-key, certainly freer than it might have been before. Which is to say, Devy would seem to have made a conscious decision, back in 2011, that she wanted a different sort of life to one where she would spend her days greeting, sweating Lord Lieutenants and opening hospital wards, all the while dressed in dismally retrograde hem lengths. Yet here Devy is, making news everywhere from Bolivia to Burkina Faso, I'm guessing. Harry told the court this week, quote, "This isn't easy for me or my ex. What I wonder is, did he ask her if this is what she wants?" Now, maybe the Duke's legal stoush is something that Devy is 100% on board with, watching on from her home in London and Cape Town and clapping with glee every time Harry lands a blow. Harry could very well have consulted with her extensively before he dragged her name and their history back into the glare of the global spotlight, and I really hope that's what he did.